learned that day, death makes no sound. Smoke, it fills your lungs without a whisper. Fire consumes flesh without warning. But in that moment, I saw language, the last sentence, written by an animal's hands. I used to be a language teacher. I taught deaf people to communicate using sign language. Ironic, isn't it? I thought I was giving truth to those who couldn't hear, but when I returned to the hearing world, every word I heard was a lie. Beautifully packaged, grammatically perfect lies. So I left. I traded human voices for silence and civilization for this island. Here, only the wind speaks. Only the waves answer. And for a long time, that was enough. At least, until I met him. It was a Tuesday. No, the day didn't matter. He was trapped, and I couldn't just walk away. When I freed him, he didn't run. He just looked at me. No judgment, no calculation, just recognition. One exile seeing another. And I began to teach him the way I once taught others. But this time, it was different. When his hands formed the word friend, he meant it. No subtext, no hidden agenda, just pure, unfiltered truth. This creature, with his clumsy syntax and trembling fingers, spoke more honestly than any human I'd ever known. The deaf community taught me that language transcends sound, but he taught me that truth transcends species. I thought I'd been careful, but when you live alone, you forget that consequences exist. One ember was all it took. I was dreaming of the old world while the new one burned. Smoke. It makes no sound. Creeps in like a thief. I didn't smell it, didn't hear it. I was drowning in air, and I didn't even know. And then, he woke me. Not with his voice, but with his hands. With the words we'd practiced 100 times. Hurry, danger, go. Through the smoke, through the pain, through the terror, he chose language. He could have dragged me, could have abandoned me, but he spoke. And in that moment, I understood. This wasn't training. This was love. The beam fell like a guillotine. I heard his body break, and I knew what I'd lost. I'd sworn I'd never return, never breathe this polluted air, never hear these hollow voices again. But for him, I'd walk through hell itself. They stared at me like I was insane. It's just an animal, someone said. Just an animal. As if the truest soul I'd ever known could be diminished by species. I sat in that waiting room, that monument to human arrogance, and I prayed to gods I didn't believe in. Please, not him, not the only one who ever truly spoke to me. Please. When his eyes opened, I held my breath. When his hand moved, the world stopped. One sign, one simple gesture. Hello. But it meant everything. It meant, I'm here. You're here. We We survived. Thank you. I forgive you. Welcome back. He wasn't just greeting me. He was greeting the world I'd forced him into. The world that hurt him, that stared at him, that didn't understand him. And he chose grace. In that moment, I realized I'd spent my life teaching language, but he taught me truth. The deaf community taught me that words can live in silence, but he taught me that love speaks without sound. And now I know. The truest language was never in my mouth. It was always in my hands. It was always in my heart.